Along to part 75 of
I'm serious, bro.
part 75 of Trails Cold Steel 2.
Past paying off the interest you owe on that 50 mirror. Because until we know, we won't be able to move forward. You're really serious. Crow? My past really isn't that big of a deal, you know. It's got nothing on yours, that's for sure. If you find yourself thinking that's all when I'm done, well, so. Yeah, nothing you please. Alright, like I said, it's just your run-of-the-mill subs. Pick up any history textbook and you'll probably find it. It's the kind of story that's so common no one bothers to remember it. Back in those days, Dry was known as Dry City. It was a city-state off the coast of northwest Zemuria that prospered through maritime trade with West Erebonia, North Ambria, and Remaferia. It had a population of around 150,000 people, so it wasn't exactly a big place or anything. Because of that, the surrounding nations left it alone and let us live out our days in peace. We were pretty fortunate, all things considered, until about 20 years ago. That was when the North Ambrian disaster struck, and much of the Principality of North Ambria was turned to salt. And as a result, trade on the northwest shore was reduced to virtually nothing, day after day. Still, it wasn't all bad. We had our fishing, our historic landmarks, our septia mines. We could make use of those to get trade going again. In fact, the one who advocated that approach was the mayor, my grandfather. He was the last mayor Jirai City ever had. He was a stubborn old bastard, but he had this wry sense of humor, and was well loved. I lost my mom and dad early, so he was also my only living relative. He taught me just about everything a guy could know. He was like a mom, dad, and your old master rolled into one. Anyway, fast forward to 10 years. Out of nowhere, we received this proposal from the Earth. They said they wanted to extend a railway line from Heimdall all the way to Jirai. We relied on the sea for trade before, but there wasn't any reason to believe we couldn't benefit from it. The proposal drew overwhelming support from the city's. Within a year, the city had all of its old life back and then some. The streets were more bustling than ever. But keep in mind, this was the result of huge amounts of imperial capital flowing into the city. Land and buildings we once treasured were bought up left and right. Everything became a target for investment. Something similar supposedly happened in Crossbell too, but unlike there, no opposition existed in Jirai. My grandfather sensed something was off, and he tried what he could to get the situation under control. Then one day, someone blew up the railway line leading to Jirai. Everyone demanded that it be repaired as quickly as possible. Instead, they panned our national security arrangements for being insufficient and threatened to withdraw all imperial capital. The city was left in an uproar like we'd never seen. Shares plummeted, and with no one able to ascertain the culprit's identity, chaos reigned. That was when he showed up. Chancellor Gileath Osborne, in his third year as representative of the imperial government. We then received a second proposal.
The restoration of the railway and its future security will be seen to by the Imperial Army. In return for our continued assistance in safekeeping, Jirai will come under the wing of our glorious empire and attain even greater prosperity as a special economic zone.
The timing was too good to be true, really. Realizing this, my grandfather staunchly opposed the idea. He tried everything he could to convince the city's council to reject the offer. Unfortunately, once you taste the sweet fruit of prosperity, it's hard to want to go back. The council, made up of influential merchants and all their greed, jumped at the offer. And tempted by the elimination of customs, together with the tax breaks from being an SEZ, many of the citizens did too. And during all that, they conveniently found my grandfather. He loved Jirai more than anyone. And up till then, its people loved him too. And yet, virtually overnight, he found himself facing the wrath of both the city's council and the citizens alike. Left with no choice, he resigned from his position as mayor. Both of these things happened on the same exact day. That was 8 years ago. Naturally, everyone knew my grandfather wasn't the one who did it. They knew just... See? I warned you.
I don't know what to say. What happened to him after that?
One day, he just...
Poisoned.
Once he resigned, the whole affair with the railway getting blown up, he lived comfortably in retirement for about half a year. Felt that he just lost the will to go on, I guess. Like I said, I mean, I had plenty of friends even then, but I wandered the land, doing... That was when I met old Kyan, who happily indulged my hatred for the Chancellor. And with his financial backing, I went out with the goal. That was the beginning of the Imperial Liberation Front. Gideon, Scarlet, and Vulcan were among those I recruited. I'd also met Vita then. I only knew her as the... She guided me to a place below the city of Ortis, and there slept the Asher Knight ordeal. One after another, I overcame the same trials you did with your friends, but alone. And once I'd proven myself worthy, that was 3 years ago. I was 16. My preparations complete, I concealed my background and enrolled in a military academy near the capital. Everything I did for the sole purpose of taking the Chancellor's head. Come on now, what's with the fake? You look sadder about all this than I do.
Yeah.
I swear. I'm not trying to tell you the Chancellor was what? Still, there's no denying that he managed to outwit my grandfather. And he may have lost, but Pop's always loved a good gamble. It's thanks to him that I'm pretty good at chess. I'd say it's fairly normal for a student to want to revenge his master's defeat, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
At the end of the day, there's no denying this country has problems. And I studied those problems, worked out how to use the situation to my advantage, and then won the game with an all-or-nothing gamble. But when you think of how peaceful Jirai is now, I'd say I've got a duty to clear up the mess left behind by my game too, which means... So it's only when that's done that my game is truly over. I don't want whatever your decision is to be influenced by. Like Rufus said, you need to think well for you.
Yeah, but...
Nah, not training you. Fuck you.
Wait, I think I've stuck around. You're going to be treated as a visitor. Well, it's about time for the higher-ups to head back to Heimdall.
However I want.
There'll be no guards outside your room, so if you want to try and escape, be my guest. Just keep in mind that some members of Ouroboros and Zephyr are on board too. Not to mention, so if you're up for a gamble of your own...
Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, one more thing. There's this real cute visitor in the guest of honor's room. I think she'd perk right up if she saw you. Just don't go making it.
I wonder who we meet. He said she's in the guest... Well, I can't waste much time here. I told everyone I'd definitely come back soon. Right now, I need to gather as much information as I can. I can make my choice after that. I can sense it.
Huh? It's open.
That sounds... Excuse me.
Oh, it's you.
Thank you for watching part 75. I'll see you in part 76.
To us, that's our lead. Anyway, take a seat. Got a whole lot of questions I want.
Does you asking that?